So, what is stress? And is there a way to get rid of stress? If I ask you what is stress, you probably not give me a definition for it. But you know what happens to you and me when we are stressed out, both physically and emotionally, right? So, what is stress? And is there a way to get rid of stress? If you Google out stress, stress is a feeling, for example, when there is emotional or a physical discomfort. It can happen to us when we have thoughts that makes us angry, frustrated, irritated, and so on and on. There's also a notion that there's good stress and bad stress. The good stress is something that our reaction to things when we have to get outside a difficult situation or something that comes from a deadline. A lot of parents at CFL come to us and said that they are stressed out or the students are stressed out. So here's the answer that I give to students at CFL. So I give them a definition as well. The definition is stress is a state of mind when our thoughts are on things or action on things or people that are beyond our control or our influence. You have to think about it like a circle. A circle is a circle of your control, circle of your influence, and these are on things and on people. What is in my circle of control and influence? My behavior, my reactions, my immediate work, what things I can do. The people that will listen to me or people who understand me, those are under my circle of control. Everything out there is a circle of concern. The gas prices, the COVID situation, government, the policy, exam dates, so on and on and on. Those are the concern areas. When your mind is in the area of control or influence, you are not stressed out. When your mind and your thoughts are outside the area of control or influence and they're in the concern area, that's when you are stressed out. Let me give you a couple of examples. Let's take a student perspective there. You're in a class or you're taking an online class out there and a teacher comes and says, tomorrow I have a surprise test for you. What's the immediate reaction? Emotionally, you're thinking, your thoughts are about anger, frustration, irritation. What are you going to be? Stressed out. But if your thoughts or if your mind was on things that what I can do, how I can prepare my best for the exam tomorrow, then you're working on the things or your thoughts are on things that you can control or you can influence. You won't be stressed out. Let me give you another example. Let's say you're a student and you've given an exam. And what you've done and when you've given the exam, you've done the best you could. Now, if you're concerned about what the results would be, would you get your placements, would you get into the right college, your thoughts are on things that you cannot control, you cannot influence. But if you think about, no matter what the results come, I've done my best, and whatever it comes, I'll deal with it when it comes. And only worry about my reaction, not the reaction of my friends, not the reaction of my parents, and so on and on. But I'll only worry about things that I can control, then you will not be stressed out. You will be the state of full control and calm and peace. Let's give you another example. Let's say you're a parent out there, and as parents, if you have teenagers or children that have grown up, you want to still control your children. You still want to influence your children. But unfortunately, you find yourself in a situation where the children are not listening to you. Children are outside your area of control or influence. And that puts you in a very stressful situation. Even if you have very young children out there, you are worried about, will they be the person that they should be when they grow up? We as parents, rather than focusing on the now and what can be done in the present moment, we sometimes, most of the time, worried about the future. What is to be present and what is to be doing things that we can? If you're a parent, and I'm a parent too, we should be focused on how to become a better parent. Take seminars or webinars on parenting. Read the top books on parenting. Read the top books on how to educate our children very well. Rather than focusing on our behavior, on how to become a better parent, we are worried about controlling our children or influence on children. And that's why we're in a state of stress. Let's give an example from, let's say you're an employee somewhere. You're working for a company and your boss or your manager comes there and gives you a target or gives you a deadline that you seem extremely unreasonable, and you are stressed out there. And you're worried about how can this be done. Rather, you would say that, let me sit down with my manager and see how is he thinking in his mind, how these deadlines can be met, how these targets can be met. And when you talk to your manager and you talk to your boss out there, in the process of the discussion, you will get ideas or you get solutions, or your manager might have not even thought about these things, and come to a consensus on what can be achieved, on what is reasonable, what's a reasonable deadline. And after that, you only focus on what can be done at the present moment or present minute there, on how to achieve those deadlines or how to reach those targets. Then you are working on your area of control, area of influence. And when you are working on the area of control and the area of influence, you're not under stress. But if you're only worried about the deadline, you're only worried about the targets without doing anything about it, you are in the area of concern and you are stressed out. Let's say you're an entrepreneur, you're a businessman out there, and you have no control on the market prices of the raw material, the government policies, what's happening in the global market, what's happening in the stock market, what's happening to the weather. You have no control, but you're worried about it or you're concerned about it. You are outside your area of control or influence. But rather than, you said that no matter what, in my line of business, no matter what happens, every businessman will be in the same position or the same boat. And I will do the best possible in my business, and whatever can be done, I will do at the present moment or minute. Then I will come out as very successful businessman or entrepreneur out there. To be present, to be in full control, is to be in a state of no stress. To be out of control, or to be out of control and to be in an area where you have your area of concern, where you can do nothing about, is to be in an area of stress. Let's say you and I are worried about our health. Rather than thinking about what am I going to do today? Am I going to exercise today? I'm going to eat healthy today. I'm going to sleep healthy today. I'm going to have very positive thought today. I'm not going to have any negative thoughts. Rather than thinking on those lines, we're worried about our health. If you're worried about health and do nothing about it, you're in the area of stress. If you're thinking about your health and acting on your health, you're in an area of control or influence. You're not stressed. Let's take the COVID situation, right? Most of us, I've seen my mother, I've seen my neighbors talk about the situation. Rather than making sure that they are vaccinated, everybody is wearing a mask on, everybody is taking control on physical distancing, sanitizing, making sure that they're eating food that increases their immunity, right? Rather than being healthy, you're thinking about all other things. Is the third wave coming? Or the numbers in Kerala, the numbers in the country, the government policies on vaccination, and so on and on and on. Be in an area of control. So, as per the definition I said, stress is a state of mind when your thoughts and your actions are outside the area of control or influence. To be stress-free is to be in a state of full control in the present moment or present moment, and that's the state of inner peace.